In this screencast, I'm going to just show people how to create a simple quotation box, much like the ones you can see here, using MOPE. So I'm going to concentrate actually on this one here in the middle of the screen. So in order to create one of these, first you need to fire up MOPE. And if you don't already have that launched, if you go to the Start menu and find the shortcut, which may be all programs MOPE, or if like me you've put a shortcut on your Start menu, you can just click on here and it will launch. Go through the menus as you would normally. So first of all, I'm on campus, so I'm going to use, and I have access to the end drive, so I'm going to click continue. I'm going to type my name in as normal. Helps if you spell it right. And click start, and then I'm going to select the module. Again, this is for 6047, this example, and click next. I'm going to just put social determinants, because that's what this particular quote box is for, and here we go. Okay, now in order to actually add a quote box, instead of putting text in here, copying or pasting, or just typing in, instead of doing that, you need to drop this box down and select quotation here. It will then ask you to add the quotation. I'm actually working from materials that have been supplied via a Google Doc, so I'm going to just flick over to Google Docs here. And the quote I want to use is this one here. I'm going to just select it with the mouse. So this has been supplied in a good format, this stuff, because I'm already aware that these are going to be built into MOPE as quotations. So I've got that on the clipboard. I'm going to I've got that selected. I'm going to press Control and C on the keyboard to copy it, and jump back to MOPE. And I'm going to just Control and V with the cursor in here to paste it. I'm going to just take, yeah, that looks fine, and then click OK, and now it'll ask me who is this quotation by. So this is an optional sort of reference that you can put at the bottom. By default it'll always put my name and year. It's not because I'm some sort of power monger, it's just for me to be able to sort of suggest that the format that this might take. In this case, I'll just flick back to my Google Doc. These are all quotes or quotations from the Marmot review. So I will actually just change this slightly to Marmot's review. Again, you can type into this or just copy and paste 2010 and click OK. And then just to test what this looks like, if I hover over this view button, there we go, on the right we get a nice preview, and it's formatted it nicely with the border and the quote marks. That's nice. If I wanted to edit that quote at all, I can click edit here, and I can make changes. Sometimes if I'm changing in this box or making changes, I put the cursor in and I separate out sort of the text from where the text begins from the actual sort of HTML tags. And so I get the beginning where it starts by 2007 and the end to the 1930s. And by just doing that, it allows me to concentrate on sort of changing the text without fiddling and breaking any of the HTML code. As it happens, I'm completely happy with how that is, so I don't need to make any changes. Putting these extra spaces and line returns in will not affect the page at all. It will not break it. When it comes to publish a page, MOPE will just remove all of the spacing, so don't worry about that. I'm going to accept the changes, and I'm going to click publish. Here's a good example of where if you do not put a page title in, I've forgotten to do that at the top, it will prompt you for one. So I'm going to put Marmot review, the Marmot review, like that, and it will obviously use this page title for when students or staff report a problem with the page. It will help myself find the page at fault and make any necessary changes. So it's important to have a title. It will always ask you for one if you don't already put one in by default. And on the final screen, okay, this is not the most exciting page ever because it just creates one element, which is a quotation, but this screencast was just meant to actually show you how to do a single quotation. You would then copy it to the clipboard, so this is all now copied to the clipboard, and I would then go and paste that into a MOPE 2 module in the normal fashion.